In this video, I want to take a quick moment to walk you through the difference between prospecting versus lead generation. There's always a confusion when it comes to understanding these terminologies, and I've always seen them used so interchangeably. And I want to take a moment to break that down and even give you some information as to what strategy to use for your business. My name is Tharmila Rajasingam. I'm a real estate marketer, real estate agent, and a global team leader with the Realty brokerage. And I happen to be a digital marketing instructor for a college. So this is a perfect topic for me to jump into and give you some insights without giving too much away and confusing and being overwhelming. And so if this is your first time coming to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit the notification bell so you can get updates on more content like this. And if you have any questions at all, as usual, always leave it in the comment section below. And if you are curious about what it's like to work with me, if you are in the process of transitioning, check out the link in the description below. No obligation whatsoever. You get access to all my training for free, and you get to partner with me and work with me really closely. So that option is available for you. So let's just jump in and talk a little bit about these terminologies, what they all mean. Some of the things you want to consider is that they are similar, both prospecting and lead generation. The method that are used for these are what kind of differentiates them, and they both bring in qualified leads into your pipeline, and they help you grow your database. And usually when choosing these methodologies or these strategies really depends on your services, depends on your customer base, where you are in your business, what your skill sets are, and what resources you have available, etc. And they do both, like I mentioned, contribute to the same goals, your business goals. They help you drive sales, they help you grow your business. So just understanding them. But remember, prospecting and lead generation, they're action words, so they're the process of doing something. But so you want to take one step back and understand, what is a lead and what is a prospect. And there's always a confusion when it comes to a lead versus a client. And a lead is someone you haven't quite shown a property yet, you haven't put them on contract yet, you haven't done a listing appointment yet, and there's a process to making them a client and potentially closing that deal. And not every client turns into a closed deal, something that you want to keep in mind as well. And a lead is someone you want to nurture over time. And a lead is someone who shows some sort of an interest in some of the services and products that you provide. And they do that by taking action, by potentially visiting your website, downloading your guide, and potentially clicking on your landing page and giving you and providing you their contact details. Again, they're not quite a client yet. And you cannot prospect leads. This is a terminology I always hear people saying, I'm prospecting leads. And something else you want to keep in mind is that not all of your leads turn into business. They're not all equal, and you need to qualify them. They may not be a good fit for your business, and that's the process of nurturing. And now you want to take a moment to also understand prospect. And a prospect is people that you qualify as highly potentially relevant potential customers for your business. And which is difference is that they may not know about your company or services quite yet, and you want to be able to qualify them into becoming qualified prospect. And they may not give you their contact info or show interest in your services quite yet to become a prospect. They usually are shortlisted from a list of leads that you probably prepared and or nurtured through potentially a sales funnel. And prospects, keep in mind, and you probably heard this, prospect do have a higher chance of converting into a client, because in that initial conversation you probably vet them, you probably tell them a little bit about you, building that know like trust factor a little bit. And not all leads or prospects are the right match for your business either, right? Keep that in mind. They may change over time. Their buying behavior changes, their decision making behaviors may change over time. Some of the things you want to keep that in mind. And prospects are people that meet all of kind of the given requirements, a better way to say is, and they become a qualified, they say perfect customer, but an ideal customer for your product. So let's take a moment to now understand lead generation. So lead generation is all about converting potential customers into leads, capturing their contact information. Lead generation campaigns are usually created with maybe a lead magnet to drive traffic to a landing page, maybe to a squeeze page. And the main goal is to convince these leads to give their contact information in exchange for a value. And the value can be to better educate them about something about your industry. It could be about letting them know a little bit about you, giving them again a value of some sort. That lead generation process and the implementing these strategies and building that sales funnel is so important. And which is why that process, after you generate the leads, you got to think about the drips, the email marketing, the videos to nurture them as well. And some things you want to keep in mind when you're thinking about lead generation and some strategies are the content marketing aspect of things. You can use blogs, you can use webinars, ebooks, etc., in order to, as that exchange of value, to capture these leads. People use lots of leads magnets. If something that you're interested, if you want to know more, definitely get in touch with me. I always tell people I'm readily available. Make sure you follow me on Instagram as well as Tavares Rajasingam. I'll leave it in the description below, and you can DM me and connect with me, and I'll happy to give you some more strategies on that. And landing pages, if you have something like kvcore or a smart CRM, leverage your landing pages, squeeze pages. They are great. I get leads monthly from this. People click on it, they give you information because they want to look at properties. So it's a great way to get them directly looking at properties, a great way to build your database. Now let's talk about prospecting. People also calls it as sales prospecting. You might have heard those terminologies. Is the process in which you convert prospects into customers by nurturing them to go down the sales funnel. And examples of sales prospectings are cold calling and maybe cold emails. You go to networking event is a great way to prospect. Social media outreach, reaching out to people, DMing people. That's using that sales navigator on LinkedIn, having conversation with people, social selling, that kind of thing. And it cannot be really automated. It's more, and this is why it's a little bit more manual. It takes a little bit more effort, and it and it's that's why it takes a higher conversion on this, right? Every single time, my husband and I, we had better reach or quicker conversion with cold calling and going to networking events. However, because we got to know them a little bit more, especially with our JVs and our investments that we do, but again, they could differ and they are different. So cold outreach do bring potential customers, but there is things you want to go through in order to qualify them into and making them into a qualified prospect. And really the goal here is to identify them through the process of nurturing and educating them through about the service, the market, etc. And this is going to help you with understanding them throughout and when you start to work with them. So which one to choose between prospecting and lead generation? If you do not, let's just keep it simple. If you don't choose a strategy, your pipeline will be empty. So you have to do one of these, and or both. And first, identify your target audience. What resources do you have available? What do you like doing? I always tell people, enjoy your work, so you do them and you can stay consistent with them. And or the analysis paralysis kicks in, you make excuses. And looking at who are they, and analyze their problems, really understanding your customers, and consider, like, where are they, how do I connect with them, do I have a list already? And consider your objective and overall sales strategy of how you want to nurture them. And really, what tools do you have access to? When you are cold calling, you got to think about a dialer potentially, because you want to save time. You want to have something that's integrated to your CRM. You want to have something that's going to nurture them after. So a couple of things you want to keep in mind, maybe a smart number, that kind of thing. And prospecting is a little bit more short term, and may not have a full pipeline quickly in all time. It might need to replenish quickly, and you may have to do it more consistently, a little bit over time, all the time, where lead generation is a little bit more long-term approach. But you can bring in a lot of leads, but they may not all be good or might be the right fit for your business. Where prospecting is is a very manual approach. You take a little bit more time doing, but they may be a better option for you, because it is a lot more work, but there's a better conversion, right? And there is a stat that I was able to find, an average of 67% more efficient salespeople have been in closing deals if you can make both of these strategies work together. So which is why we do cold calling, we have online ads and such running, we have YouTube videos running as well. So thinking about all those different ways to capture leads into your database and to capture, again, potential customers into your database. I hope that was helpful. I know there was a lot to take in, but it'll help you really breaking down and understanding the differences between them. And if you have any questions at all, if there's any other ideas you want to share, leave it in the comment section below, and I'm happy to connect with you. And if you want to partner with me, get access to all my training for free, make sure you visit my description below. Once again, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell to get updates on more content like this. I'll see you next time.